The Decline of Feudalism
by Bridget Murphy,
Grace Jordan,
and Jade Jordan.
Magna Carta. Magna Carta is the document King John was forced into signing. King John was forced into signing the charter because it greatly reduced the power he held as King of England and allowed the formation of a powerful parliament. Magna Carta became the basics for English citizens' rights, and Magna Carta was a collection of 37 English laws, some copied, some recollected, and some new.
The Model Parliament. The Parliament is an assembly of people from different counties from England. Each county brought 2 knights and 2 residents. King Edward I's Parliament was made to make money for more taxes so that he can save money for the war. He created this in 1295. King Edward I was the grandson of King John. King Edward I was a better king than his grandfather. His parliament was the only one that is called Model Parliament. It was named the Model Parliament because it was set as a role model to other parliaments.
Henry II. Henry made legal reform a central concern of his region. He insisted that a jury formally accused a person of a serious crime. Cases were then tried before a royal court. In time, trial by judges and juries replaced trial by order and combat. In 1664, Henry issued the Constitutions of Clarendon, a document that he spelled out the king's traditional rights.
The 100 Years' War started in 1337 because kings in England claimed to land that was in France. King Philip VI claimed that they were in his realm and war broke out. England won most of the wars because they had lighter armor and longbows, which were more effective than crossbows and could travel farther with more accuracy. The longbow allowed the English to shoot down some of the French army before getting close. During the war, everyone was weakened from the plague and fighting. After the survivors got together, it was confusing and nobles had less power. During this silence, the French had been sneaking closer for years. Then in 1415, King Henry V invaded France again. France was stronger this time because they recruited from the peasants and paid them with tax money like the English. The French was also stronger because they felt a unity they had never felt before because of Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc's life started in 1412 in the town Domremy. Ever since she was a little girl, she was a peasant. She claimed to hear voices from the angels telling her to solve the problem of France. Joan then went to King Charles VII and got permission to go to China and tell the English that the French want their land back. The crowd of China agreed and France now had less English. When Joan decided to quit, King Charles VII refused. She wanted to quit because she no longer heard the voices of angels. Then Joan got captured by the Duke of Burgundy. He sold Joan to the English, who put her in prison for a year. After that, she was burned at stake. 500 years later, the Catholic Church made her a saint.
The bubonic plague is often called the Black Death because the victims would turn black and blue. The plague started in Central Asia, then spread throughout Asia, came to France on trading routes, and made it to England on a ship. It affected almost all the known world, excluding North and South America. Because of the plague, a third of the population died, causing trade to slow to a stop. After the plague, power shifted because there was a demand for workers and not enough people to fill those demands, so people got to choose better jobs. This made the feudal lords lose their power because there were better opportunities and people started making more money and relying on them less.